Dr. Leisure here, continuing the story of the pygmy killer whale, recently stranding off of Maui. Here we see the pygmy killer whale being brought into Mahalaya Harbor to the boat ramp, and people are working to prepare the whale for transfer. They have it in the water and they're preparing it in a sling that they can use to hoist it around. This whale was one of perhaps half a dozen that came into the area May 1st. It was generally agreed that they were here to strand themselves. Just when and where was not evident. Over the days that followed, the number of whales reduced down to as many as 1, maybe 3. And then on the last day, today, May 22nd, the smaller whale actually beached itself on a sand beach just above Mahalaya Harbor. People on that beach rolled the whale back into the water. A highly agitated whale swam down the coast a little bit and was seen swimming erratically and bouncing on and off the breakwall at Mahalaya. In an earlier DVD, you saw the whale grabbed from the surf by one of the NOAA team. Here you see veterinarian Greg Levine preparing the whale for transport. He's extracting some blood, and then he's going to give the whale a sedative, make it more comfortable. The process took some time to get the whale ready to travel. Number of things were being done simultaneously. Over at the whale sanctuary, a pond was being inflated and filled with salt water to receive the whale. The vet had to wait for the sedative to take effect. I don't know how long that took, maybe half an hour. Everyone was very impatient about the whole thing, including the patient, the whale. After what seemed like hours, which actually were hours, the whale was prepared, and when everything seemed to be right, the truck was prepared. Later it would be determined that the whale had a pneumonia and probably had the use of only one lung. It also appeared that the whale had been fighting some sort of infection for some time and had a low white blood count. Initially, it was thought that the whale was a juvenile because of its relatively smaller size compared to the 2 other whales that it was seen associated with. It turned out this was not the case. It was actually a very adult, probably an elderly pygmy killer whale, and that its size may have something to do more with lack of nutrition and its general decline over the last few years, probably. The pygmy killer whale is just rarely seen at all. On the occasions when it is seen, it's usually in water that's over 500 meters deep. There is very little, if any, material about the pygmy killer whale in shallow water. If you watch Dr. Leisure's video of killer whales in shallow water, you're probably seeing what few people have ever seen, and probably what will become the basis for our knowledge of what pygmy whales do in shallow water. Won't be long now, and they'll load this pygmy killer whale into the back of the pickup truck. First they have to cool down the support material and place it into the bed of the truck. When that's finished, they'll load the whale and drive away. Keep in mind this whale probably weighs a few hundred pounds. It's going to take a little effort to get them up there, but they will. Here we go. All aboard. The whale's on board. People have to position it a little better. People have to disperse, and the people that are riding with it get on there. And in just a matter of a few seconds, all these things will be done, and the whale will be on its way to the whale sanctuary. I wasn't able to follow the whale over, just was too difficult. So I grabbed my gear and went in my truck later. When I got to the whale sanctuary, I found they had a pond set up down in the ocean, and the pygmy killer whale was inside. At the sanctuary, the whale was surrounded by an entourage of people. Other tests were performed, including auditory tests, and it was determined that the whale could hear. This was an important test to perform and understand what was going on. The Navy has been using the area around the Hawaiian Islands as a test bed for sonar, and the sonar is known to cause harmful effects to whales and to people that might be exposed to this. This video is dedicated to the memory of the pygmy killer whale that died May 22nd, 2009. As events unfolded, it became clear that the pygmy whale had come here to die. It is clear to Dr. Leisure that the decision to put this animal asleep was the correct decision. May he rest in peace. And peace be with you until next time. For more information, check out drleisure.com.